This is Police Interceptors.
Police Interceptors are real life fun. I'm going to tell my kids about this.
And you're riding with the pride of Northamptonshire.
Speed 120.
Ace pursuit drivers.
Contact.
M+51.
With air support.
Got 2 out, stand by.
And a crack dog unit.
If you move, you will get hit.
They bring down the bad guys.
I believe you're wanted, mate.
Keep the streets safe.
Put your arms behind your back. Get on the floor.
And battle 24/7.
Get down on the floor.
In the war on crime.
Crash.
On the floor now. Here's what it is, isn't it? We find them, we lock them up.
Coming up.
We got them out running on stage 45 Strip Road. Stand by.
The chase is on for a prison drug runner.
Get out of the car. Out. Place car.
The wanted man has something to hide.
He's just throwing it over there.
And a cocky biker finally gets his comeuppance.
Calm down.
Northamptonshire's Interceptors police an area of more than 900 square miles. From some of the UK's busiest motorways to quiet rural communities. And with around 1,200 emergency calls coming in each day, a copper's shift here is full of surprises.
We've just got some live intel about drug dealing in the Queensway, so we're just on the way to there now.
Patrolling the eastern fringes of the county are Interceptors Alex Barry and Josh Unsworth.
Squaddy crews well in reside able to make HMP 5 wells, get reports of a prison drop, and then a face mask dropping drugs off.
A member of the public has just dialed 999 to report a serious incident. Alex spins on it.
A I23 male walked down the perimeter path. It's just gone into the hedgerow now.
We got a prison throwover. A black male has been seen throwing stuff over the prison, so we'll make there now. Apparently it's still in sight, so we've got crews making as well as us, so we'll see if we can find anyone.
The man was seen trying to toss parcels over the fence of the 5 Wells prison, which has 1,600 inmates, making it one of the biggest in the UK. Several units are en route.
Yeah, if they've gone that way, should we do the little house and stay?
Yeah, we'll do Miller's Park, mate. Just try not to use any noise.
Drug use in UK prisons remains widespread, with around half of all inmates classified as addicts.
5 or 6, so the caller still got him inside?
Caller saying there are 3 cars in the bottom car park. He believes that one of these is linked to the suspect.
What do you reckon, left?
Yeah.
Less than half a mile from the prison's perimeter fence is a car park that the suspect is thought to be using.
God, by that car there.
A parked up motor with its lights on is an immediate red flag.
That'll be a hire car, mate, that white Corsa. VP23. Do you reckon? It's a hire car.
Yeah.
Crime gangs often use hire cars for ferrying drugs around, but it's no guarantee that this is the motor they're after.
Sorry, did you pass description of any vehicles for this job, please? We've got a white Corsa in the car park near to Miller's Park that's potentially a hire car, so that could be linked.
Alex decides to follow his copper's nose and blocks the Corsa just in case.
The only vehicle we got was a black state car or state car.
The lad's out the blocks at lightning speed. And since a cop's kit weighs around 7 kilos, the runner has the edge.
Do you know what we got, mate? We're running on stage 45 Strip Road. Stand by.
But Josh has an ace up his sleeve.
Officer, toes up! Toes up! Get on the floor!
They've got the man. But has he still got any drugs?
That'll be a hire car, mate, that white Corsa.
After responding to reports of a man seen throwing parcels over a prison wall, Interceptors Alex and Josh spotted a suspicious motor in a car park near the crime scene.
The only vehicle we got was a black estate car.
And when the lad inside took off,
Joe, we got a motor running on today, 45 foot road. Stand by.
all those hours in the gym paid off for Josh.
Off to the toes up! Get on the floor!
Not too far behind is his partner Alex.
Motor chain.
Thank you. Also,
Ghost bone. Motor detained.
What's
Through in a package. We've got him.
Josh reckons he saw the lad toss a parcel.
We're near the Miller pub. Control. Mel's throwing something into the hedges. Unconfirmed at the minute what it is.
Hands behind your back.
Multiple wraps. Recovered what appears to be multiple wraps of Class A from the bushes.
Backups arrived in time to hear the good news.
Big Peewits, lads. Whew. Right, fella. 17-21 hours, you're under arrest on suspicion of Peewits, Class A. You don't have to say anything. In the May harm your defence, if you're not meant to be in question, sent for which letter will on in court.
Alex has just found a second rap, and while Josh reads the lad his rights, a team is dispatched to search his motor.
Where are the keys, mate?
In his hand.
Got you.
But the suspect's subdued behaviour is raising suspicions.
Fella, you okay?
He seems unwilling to turn over.
If you...
And the lads are keen to know why.
Right, chap. Stand you up. Sit yourself up.
Hold on, mate. What's this?
What's that, mate? What is that, bud? So you got more strap to him?
Yeah.
He's got what looks like a stuffed condom dangling from his waist.
What is it?
Josh inspects the bulge
Jesus Christ, mate.
Oh,
and pulls out a whopper.
By the way, there's more. Got a bag?
got more drugs, lads. Good skills. Great work.
Lock it up, mate.
This looks to be a top result.
Right, fella. Anything on
Babe,
you?
we're going to stand you up.
Sit yourself up. Come on in, chap.
1, 2, 3. Up we get.
There you go. Come on, buddy. There you go.
A search of the lad turns up an ID, but so far no more raps.
Where are you from?
Not going to come back to Northants, are you?
Not for a bit.
Not for a bit. Probably a good shout, mate.
So male was seen in a car matching description as the one who was throwing items in the prison. He spotted that we were cops in their playing car. He's made it on foot, ran away from us.
Not more, surely.
There was like heroin here. Alex, you got a bag?
Got more.
It really is the job that keeps on giving.
So with him being from out of county as well, he's probably been paid to throw these over the prison, but unfortunately for him, we caught him.
In prison, drugs are worth up to 4 times what they are on the outside.
All right, come on then, chap.
By stopping this lad, the fellas have lightly taken thousands of pounds worth out of circulation.
On your head.
100, chap. Skills. Have a seat, bud. Good luck.
Criminals use a variety of methods to smuggle drugs into prisons, from stashing them in food deliveries to using drones, but chucking them over the walls remains the most common.
They'll carry a phone. Sometimes the inmates will conceal a phone with inside, or they'll get to know the times. They'll look to go around the back of the prison, and then they'll throw the product over, hopefully in an attempt to avoid any sort of prison staff. Unfortunately today, this lad wasn't clever enough, he wasn't quick enough on his toes. We've identified him in his vehicle. and obviously been able to intercept him straight down the slip road and take a large quantity of Class A drugs, so really impressed with that today.
A cracking job so far, but there's still a few loose ends that need tying up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So how many rats did you find?
There's multiple wraps now, I couldn't tell you at the minute. I've never seen so much on sort of a personal possession. The only time I've seen that amount is hidden in a property, mate, so that's a really good result.
Back at the station, it's like Christmas morning at Casa Scarface, as parcels of powder are unwrapped one by one.
So I'm just putting it in this container here to check if it's amphetamine.
More commonly known as speed, amphetamine is a Class B drug.
So that's gone bright orange straight away, so it's a clear indication that it's going to be amphetamine.
This speed is just one of the different substances found on the runner.
In this package, we're not too sure what it is, but it does smell very strong. Here we've got 4 quite large block of dry cannabis that's wrapped up with coffee, which is used to put off the smell of cannabis. So it's a risk that he was willing to take, and he's been caught.
The runner was arrested for possession with intent to supply Class A and Class B drugs. The drugs have been sent away for further testing, and the case is still ongoing. Every year, around 260 people die in drink-driving-related accidents. But for many cops, drug driving remains the biggest menace of them all.
We've seen firsthand people die on the roads through drug driving, and we'll continue to get out there and take these people off the road because unfortunately it affects too many lives and families.
If we've got suspicion now, we'll do a drug wipe. It takes 8 minutes. So if that device comes back saying positive, you know you're pretty much game on for an arrest.
They're still popping around though.
It's late on a Tuesday, and in Northampton, Callum and Rachel have been watching a wanted motor ping ANPR cameras all across town.
Let me look at it, because that's been quite active tonight.
The car was last clocked in the town centre.
Worth a stop.
Callum puts his boot down.
The car we're looking for now has got a marker on it to suggest it's got document offences, so possibly fake driving licence, fake insurance, fake MOT, etc. And it's also linked to drug offences. I don't know if it's drug driving or possession or supply. It's just hit down the road from us, so we're just going to go see what's going on. It could be nothing, but it could be with no licence, no insurance and drugs. So we'll soon find out.
Despite being trained in taser, stinger and advanced driving, tech-savvy Callum reckons the best weapon in a copper's arsenal is automated number plate recognition. And the network tonight is telling him one thing: there's a bad guy loose in town.
Looking for an Audi A7.
Several other units are also hoping to smoke it out.
But it's very active around the town centre.
Callum and Rachel cruise the streets until they spot colleagues in an armed response vehicle up ahead. And in front of them is an Audi A7.
Oh,
They've literally just
The ARV has beaten them to the pull. So Callum decides to block the Audi's potential escape route, which proves a canny move.
he just went to go.
Did he?
Yeah.
Colleagues behind have clocked that he's up to something.
He just put a load of drugs in the back.
Open the car.
He just thrown a big bag of drugs in the back.
Get out of the car. Ouch.
He's been drinking. He just thrown a load of drugs in the back.
This bloke clearly has one or two things he wants to hide.
He's just thrown it over there. Just throw it over there. Over the wall.
As Callum goes to cuff him, he slips an arm out and tosses a phone across the road.
And Class A as well. It's
big bundle of white in the back.
Officers recover the phone in no time.
That was silly, wasn't it?
What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come take a seat in here for a minute.
Do you want to search him first?
Before getting frisked, the bloke wants to chat.
My friend's not call me. I just take it.
Sorry?
My friend's call. Just take it.
Oh, okay. You fail a drug wipe then, won't you?
Hmm?
You'll fail a drug wipe then, won't you?
No.
Well, if you're just taking coke, you will.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking anything.
You just told me you're just taking coke.
I didn't tell you. Never.
Okay.
So you can do the test?
We will do the test.
Yep.
Talking yourself into a drug wipe is not the smartest move.
Got a lot of cash in you?
No, man.
No?
Not really a lot.
It's more than I've got in my pocket.
Carrying cash isn't a crime.
There's a little baggie of white powder just in his front console.
But having bags of suspicious white powder in your car could well be.
You're currently under arrest on suspicion of possession of a Class A drug. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questions or we later rely on court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Okay?
Yep.
While Callum goes to get the wipe, interceptors searching the Audi find something else.
He's got a Class B on him as well.
No, you're further under arrest for possession of Class B.
Oh, and there's more white there as well.
So you're currently under arrest for possession of Class A and Class B at the minute, alright?
The charges are racking up faster than an umpire at the Crucible.
We'll lift him for that as well.
And Rachel's just chalked up another one.
Oh, you're further under arrest for being a disqualified driver, okay?
I'm not disqualified.
You are, so you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questions or we later rely on court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
So, without further ado,
Stick out your tongue for me.
the man denies having taken any cocaine, but in less than 10 minutes we'll know for sure. In the meantime, it looks like he's got an attack of the munchies.
What are you doing?
Nothing, man. I'm trying to... This one.
Trying to eat my seat?
No, I'm not going to eat it, man. Don't worry.
Don't eat my seat.
I'm not going to eat it.
I like my seat.
You like it?
Yeah.
You can't eat it.
No, I don't want to eat it.
You can't eat it when you're hungry.
No, but you don't eat my seat either.
I'm not going to eat it.
Thank you.
Interceptors see all sorts on the night shift, but a seat licker must be a first. A failed drug wipe, however, is sadly all too common.
And you're further under arrest for driving whilst over the specified limit of cocaine. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention a question, you don't rely on court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Okay?
With so many offences under his belt, it's little wonder that he's apparently struggling to keep up.
Well, why am I arresting again? Can you tell me again?
You want to know again?
Yeah.
Right, remember it this time. Disqualified driving.
Yeah?
No insurance. Possession of Class A.
Yeah.
Possession of Class B.
Class B, what is Class B?
I think it was cannabis, wasn't it?
Yeah, I suspect cannabis.
Cannabis.
Where it was?
In the car.
Where?
Where was it?
In the jacket in the back.
In the jacket in the back.
Oh, yeah. It's for myself.
It's for yourself?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. And driving whilst over the specified limit of cocaine? Okay.
Now that's been cleared up, the driver can be escorted to the nick to give a sample of blood. And hopefully he'll get no further cravings to snack on the station furniture.
We're going for this vehicle, which I say could be nothing, could be something. Document offences and possible drug offences. 9 times out of 10 they are quite straightforward, but this one, we looked for it for a little while. The RV's got behind it. They've stopped it. It's then tried to go, but luckily we managed to pull in front of it, so he hasn't been able to get away. So we've got out of the car and detained him. One of the ARVs have seen him throw some drugs in the back seat, and as I've gone to put handcuffs on him, he's managed to get hands free to throw a phone over the wall, which we've now recovered. Plan for the minute is just to get him into custody. So we'll work out what we've got, and then see if we need to deal with any other offences.
On top of the driving offences, Seat Licker pleaded guilty of possession of both Class A and Class B drugs and was fined almost £400 and banned from driving for 3 years. He was also charged with 2 counts of drug driving, but has since failed to appear at court and is now a wanted man. Coming up, a cocksure biker uses the cops for sport. And
have you had anything to drink tonight?
a late night driver with a familiar whiff.
It's failed as well. That's about twice the legal drink drive limit.
There's intel around the
rider for drug dealing.
Runaway motorbikes.
He's wearing full protective gear and a helmet.
Can be a flipping nuisance. Because when a bad guy's on two wheels, he's nimble.
Up on the back wheel, offside of the road.
He's quick.
And he's continuing on high speed.
And can reach the paths other vehicles cannot reach. It's the early hours, and interceptors in a marked car have just got behind a motorbike with an intriguing number plate.
Yeah, it's will run, it says on the back of the reg.
The plate declares that the rider will run, so they light him up. And he duly obliges. The bike is a Kawasaki, has a 1000cc engine and can do 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. In short, it's an absolute beast that goes like the clappers. Fortunately, the roads are dry. And despite the occasional early riser, there's not too many other vehicles. But now the rider has slowed and seems to be filming the interceptors with his phone. The fella appears to be weighing up his next move, which turns out to be letting rip at full throttle. Aside from the dodgy number plates, the interceptors have no idea why the biker is failing to stop. But he's proving a menace on the roads and needs to be taken down. Because stunts like this are putting innocent lives in danger. Now the bike is leading cops into a more built-up area, which means more hazards and bigger risks. But he's showing no signs of throwing in the towel. In fact, he seems to be reveling in the thrill of the chase. An outstretched arm arrogantly tells the interceptors which way he's leading them next.
Rutherford Road, the right,
The cocksure runaway clearly reckons he's in charge.
return route.
But goading the interceptors like this won't win him any fans. It'll just make the police more determined to reel him in. But they need a plan. Because the traffic is slowly building. And with every twist and turn, and duck and dive, it becomes clear that this lad is simply using the cops for sport. A stinger could do the trick. And the interceptors have got something else in their favour too. Strength in numbers. There's now 4 cop cars hunting down one rogue biker. And this hungry pack of wolves smell victory. The lead pursuit driver moves in, but attempting tactical contact at these speeds is too dangerous. After a 15-minute pursuit, it looks like the lad's running out of ideas. But he's got one more trick up his sleeve. A narrow footpath is no place for a BMW 340. So now the team split up to hunt him down.
I think he would aim to get over that bridge there, possibly.
Officers in one of the marked cars have a hunch about where he's gone, so take off on their own. And sure enough, proof that you can run, but you can't hide. mounts the pavement, cops give him a gentle nudge, which proves decisive.
Get your other hand out to underneath you now. Get your other hand out.
Finally, this wild ride is over.
Calm down, okay? Calm down. Calm down. All right. Calm it down.
And the lad, who just a few minutes ago reckoned he was king of the road, is now putty in their hands.
You're under arrest on suspicion of failing to stop and dangerous driving. You don't have to say anything, mate. I'm to mention your mention when questions come to a letter line in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
Not stolen, bruv.
No, you just drive like a prick.
Yeah, 100%. You know that, darling.
Don't call me darling. I ain't your darling.
Well, can we get him up? Yeah, no, I've got my darling at home, bruv.
Yeah, she's lucky, isn't she, mate?
She is. Right, stand up.
He's a real charmer,
How many cars, bruv? Like 70, mate.
but sadly has no idea of the chaos he's just caused.
What was wrong with her? Did I die? Dangerous. Who's it dangerous? For other people they don't think. Who did I? Everyone. Yeah, but I didn't hurt anyone, did I? You got lucky. What do you mean I got lucky?
Have you got a driving licence, mate?
I ain't got shit.
No?
Nah. What, disqualified? Not yet, no. Should be.
He's got no licence and no insurance, so the bike's being seized.
Have you taken anything today? No, boss. I'm on my way to work, bro. I'm just to grab breath. That's all I was doing.
And he's missing work today because he's off to the nick.
I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars to stop one man. That's crazy.
It could have taken one if you just stopped.
I didn't want to stop.
No, that's why you get rammed.
The cops were quite right. For failing to stop, dangerous driving, having no licence or insurance, Will Run received a year's ban. What's more, he was ordered to do 100 hours of unpaid community work, plus 15 days of rehabilitation work. Let's hope that does the trick. It's well past midnight, and the dimly lit streets are all but empty.
6-5.
Except for Interceptor Chris Lock and a blue Vauxhall that's giving off dodgy vibes.
Code to vehicle check, please, on Lower Street, Kettering.
Lockie's on his own, so gets control to do some digging.
Did you come back to an Astra in blue showing MOT expired in August?
Thank you.
Those suspicions were bang on the money.
As it turns out, the vehicle in front has an expired MOT, so we shall see what the crack is.
Before becoming a cop, Lockie worked in a supermarket where he learned the valuable life skill of sorting the good eggs from the bad. Only time will tell which category this chap falls into.
Good morning.
Morning, my friend.
What's your name, please, sir?
David Clark.
Okay. You may not be aware, but the MOT expired on this vehicle in August. It doesn't have a current MOT at this moment in time, unless you've had it done in the last 24, 36 hours or so.
I have to know.
Okay. Would you mind just stepping out, join me at the roadside?
The driver is polite and cooperative, which should make for a smooth stop.
What brings you across this neck of the woods today, sir? Because the vehicle's registered in Market Harborough. Do you still live over in Harborough?
Still live there, my friend. Yeah.
Still live there?
The man says he's just dropped some family members at hospital, so Lockie may well cut him some slack.
Control, can I get a code 1 person check, please, and DL?
As long as there's nothing murky on the background check.
Do you have a driving licence at all? Because at the moment, our control room aren't finding any record of a driving licence with those details you've provided.
Right, okay. Well, I can't really explain that.
But you're adamant you have got a driving licence?
Yeah.
Yeah?
While Lockie's colleagues continue running checks, the man gets his wife on the phone.
Well, I've been pulled up with the police and they're saying that the MOT's run out. I'll get it out and show the police officer, yeah?
It sounds like there could be some proof in the dash.
Is that in mine?
No, that's not an MOT. That's just an invoice for some work that's been done on the car.
But Lockie's just heard back from control.
To be fair, the MOT has paled into insignificance with the other information I've been provided. So The time is 1:36 in the morning. You're now under arrest for driving while disqualified and for driving without a valid MOT on the vehicle. You're also under arrest on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle without insurance as well. So if we could just end the phone call, please.
With the driver under arrest and off to the nick, Lockie's got a problem.
Yes. It's just I've got a juvenile here, and we'll be obviously looking at section 165.
The man's son is just 14, so we'll need a separate police unit to escort him to his mum, who's at the hospital.
You're going to be handcuffed, okay, sir? So if you could just step out the vehicle, place your hands like that for me.
Well, you don't need to run. I'm not going to run away.
It's not that. It's for my safety during transportation. That's the main reason behind it. Okay.
It's safe to say that this bloke's evening is not turning out as planned, all thanks to Lockie's copper's nose.
Gentleman shown is disqualified until next year. Therefore, can't have insurance. So he's been arrested for disqual driving, no MOT and no insurance. So we'll just wait for the other crew to get here, and then we'll work out plan of action of who's going to do what.
After a couple of minutes, the lad's ride arrives and he'll be safely reunited with his mum in no time. Unfortunately, Lockie's still not done with Dad.
Have you had anything to drink tonight either? Have you been drinking any alcohol?
I have palm too.
Okay, I'm going to go through a roadside breath test with yourself as well. So I require you to provide a specimen of breath for analysis by way of an approved device at the roadside.
Now he's admitted to having a couple of drinks. But at the moment, the man can't be tested.
I've actually run out of breath tubes, so I need to arrange for someone to meet me outside custody with a breath tube so I can do the breath procedure. We're going to get this young man to across to the custody block so we can get him processed and booked in.
Lockie needs the driver to take a roadside breath test before putting him on the intoxilizer at the nick. So he heads off to the station where he grabs a breath tube.
Cheers, Lewis. I thought I had plenty and I've clearly used them all.
Before taking the driver a few metres back off-site where he can finally get the long-awaited lungful.
Right, if you could take a big deep breath and then keep blowing into this until I tell you to stop. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. That's good, thank you very much.
Anything over 35 is a fail.
It's failed as well. That's about twice the legal drink drive limit, so you're also under arrest for section 5, drink drive, okay?
He's blown over 70, more than twice the legal limit.
So we've got drink driving, no MOT, no insurance because he's disqualified, so he can't hold insurance while he's disqualified. So we've got a whole raft of offences at the moment. So we'll get him through to custody, get him booked in, and we'll take it from there.
Worryingly, the bloke's booze levels didn't improve when he got inside. In fact, once on the evidential test, he blew even higher. In court, the judge showed little mercy, handing him an 8-week suspended prison sentence, 20 rehab days, a fine of over £200 and a 4-year driving ban. It's Sunday afternoon and Harrison and Tanya are on the lookout for any weekend drivers who are up to no good.
That kid in a car
seat does not look like it's strapped in.
I know, I was just thinking that.
What's caught their eye is a small child riding loose and free in the back of a silver Suzuki.
I hate stuff like this. It's very frustrating, especially if the parent's got a seatbelt on.
Yeah, that bit is my favourite bit. So you value your life more than your child.
More than a third of car occupants killed in crashes are not wearing a seatbelt. And it's the law that kids must use a booster seat until they turn 12.
Can you turn your car off for me, please? Why is she not in a car seat?
No, it's good.
No, that's not right, is it? Because she's in a car. She's not in a car seat, she's got no seatbelt. Let me stop you. Why has she not got a car seat?
Why you leave your...
Right, but you have just come from there.
But yeah,
she's not got a she's got no car seat, no seatbelt on.
The man's trying to explain that he's only driving a short distance, but the girl is just 3 years old, and Tanya's having none of it.
Does she have a car seat?
I have.
Where is it?
Here.
Why is she not in it?
I leave behind.
What language do you speak?
Romanian.
Romanian.
The cops need to be sure their message sinks in.
Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Please.
So Harrison gets a Romanian translator on the line to help navigate the language barrier.
We are dealing with him because his daughter has not got any suitable seatbelts or a car seat on, and we think it's completely unacceptable that he's going to put her at serious risk and he's going to have a seatbelt on himself.
Da, i-am pus centura și nu o ține, că mergeam, că stau aici la...
She had the seatbelt, but she took off the seatbelt herself.
Okay, the thing is with her taking the seatbelt off, she wouldn't have to take a seatbelt off should she be in an appropriate car seat.
Baby-faced Harrison's not been on the force long, but readily admits he's a stickler for the law, especially when it comes to child safety.
There's no excuses, it's silly, he's putting her at risk for it, so he's going to get a ticket. In addition to that, we're going to have to put a safeguarding in for the child because of the danger that he's put the child in by letting her roll around in the back seat, basically. If he has a crash, she will get hurt.
The man's details check out, and he is fully insured. But seeing as he has no car seat for the girl, Harrison is left with little choice.
I'm not happy that he drives with her in the car, so what he's going to have to do, the child's going to have to get out of the car. He's going to have to park the car up and walk back home because you can't drive with the child with no belt on or anything.
Fortunately, the bloke lives just around the corner.
Thank you for your time, interpreter. It's much appreciated.
Just for 1 second.
So those little legs won't have too far to walk.
Bless her.
There you go, up on there.
And hopefully when he comes back to collect his car, he puts the girl's seat back in and leaves it there.
It just annoys me. He'll put a seatbelt on himself, so he'll be fine. Yeah, he's happy for the child to roll around in the back.
And I said to him, I was like, where's your seatbelt? He's like, I've got one. I was like, yeah. We know. We see.
The dad was reported for not having a seatbelt on a child. After he failed to attend an educational course on road safety, he received a court summons in the post. He pleaded guilty and was ordered to pay fines and costs totalling £146. Still to come.
What did you say your date of birth was?
Why lying to the Interceptors will get you nowhere.
I just want to warn you, if we do find out you've been messing us about, you'll be getting arrested for wasting police time.
You guys have a good day?
And you.
Thank you for looking after the road and the safety and everything.
Interceptors meet a lot of trustworthy drivers.
Nice bloke.
But for every honest Joe...
Why have you just swapped seats?
Yeah, because his hand is broken.
There are a dozen Bertie Bold spinners.
So they swapped seats because his hand was broken? Rubbish.
It's quite funny when people start spinning you a yarn because you can just tell that the cogs are whirring a bit too much. One of the good things, especially when it comes to identity now, is we've got these mobile fingerprint devices. So if we think that they're spinning the yarn and they're probably on the system already, we can see basically that they're just trying it on.
It's Thursday evening.
It's 4 minutes ago, so we should have time.
And Callum and Stuart are en route to the M1 to intercept a black Hyundai Santa Fe.
Uninsured car coming up the motorway, 14 to 15.
It's a race to catch up with the Hyundai before it leaves the motorway. And evening traffic isn't helping. But with the help of blues, twos and some advanced driving skills, Stuart charts a course through the cars and Arctics and brings them behind their target.
Right, we'll get in front of this.
Whom he overtakes as Callum activates their rear follow me signal.
Happy? Yeah. Yeah, he gave a little courtesy flash.
The driver follows them into some services, good as gold. And Callum does the honours.
Hello, are you okay? So we stopped you because your car's showing us having no insurance.
Oh, okay.
We're just wondering if you've got any proof that you are insured, otherwise we're going to have to take the car off you.
I haven't. I don't carry anything. One of the cars got stolen.
Right.
I had my passport and everything in it, so...
He says his car was previously stolen. His documents were never recovered, and he has nothing to prove his ID.
Do you have a driving licence?
Yeah.
Let's have a quick check then.
Callan can confirm who he is.
Do you mind grabbing the fingerprint reader, Stu?
And if he does have a licence, via the fingerprint reader.
Cheers. What we'll do, we'll stick you on this then if you've got no form of ID to prove who you are.
While he fires up the machine, Callum digs a bit more.
Do you have any idea why your car might be showing with no insurance?
I've only just recently insured it.
When? Recently?
What day are we on today?
We're on...
Wednesday, is it Thursday?
Thursday today.
It would have been Friday.
Last Friday. So it should have shown up on our system by now. Who did you think you insured it with?
It's the same as I have with public liability, Simply Business.
Okay.
A sketchy explanation, but first things first.
Keep it on till it gives the okay. That's cool. Perfect. See if we can find you on here.
The reader connects to multiple databases.
That's new. Or is it not? I don't know.
We've had various different versions of it in the past.
And it should confirm his identity in a few minutes.
What's your full name for me?
Matthew Parkinson.
Not according to your fingerprints, it's not.
Got a different surname coming back on here.
Really?
Yeah. Any idea what that might be?
Emerson?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, sorry, Jesus Christ.
He was a carpenter too.
Is that an old name, is it?
Yeah, well, basically what it was my stepdad.
Right.
Used his name, but my name actually named my birth certificate next to
A man of mystery then.
So what's on your driving licence?
Say again?
What's the name on your driving licence? That'll be Hempstead or Carpenter?
Should be Carpenter.
Have a quick look.
There's a lot about this guy's details that doesn't add up.
What did you say your date of birth was?
0408.
How am I getting 0405?
0405?
Yeah. No, that's what's come back on your fingerprint.
Maybe there is step fingerprints.
Right, so what name are you currently going by? Matthew Carpenter? With what date of birth?
0408.
So I can't find any driving licence record for you at all. Sorry?
No, same when I lost my, when I got my car got stolen, I cancelled my passport and my licence.
You can't cancel a driving licence.
Okay, well, I've reported it stolen, that's what I mean.
I'm not convinced he's got a licence. He's got 2 date of births on PNC, 2 different names on PNC. Yeah. I've done all the names and all the date of birth combinations and nothing's coming back on DL at all.
Right. Have you got a driving licence? Being honest.
Yeah. That's what I said, my car got stolen.
He told me his car got stolen, he cancelled his passport and he cancelled his driving licence, but there'd be no reason to cancel a driving licence if your car got stolen, you just order a new one.
So if you've got a UK driving licence, you will be on our database regardless of whether you've lost licences or anything else. Let's jump in the car, we'll try it on the laptops.
Can I just take your keys, bud, just so you don't drive off? We're just going to go do some more checks, because we don't want to seize it if we don't have to.
The laptop check provides the same result.
I mean, I think he's fairly stupid if he thinks that we're not going to check this licence out.
You'd report it stolen, you wouldn't cancel your licence.
Yeah, but there'd still be a record that he would have had one.
They're convinced now that he hasn't got a licence and patience is wearing thin.
I just want to warn you, if we do find out you've been messing us about, you'll be getting arrested for wasting police time. So tell me now, have you got a licence?
Let's see if we can get us a lift.
Have you got a licence? No. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so we will be seizing the car. Stu hasn't got a licence.
I think we all knew that, didn't we?
He hasn't got one.
As you just said?
Yeah.
Oh. Job done.
So he's 50 years old and we can't find anything on our system to say he's ever had a driving licence. So I think the chances are he's been driving for about 30 years, never been stopped, never been caught. And we finally caught up with him. Now he's in a lot of trouble.
That trouble ended at Northampton Magistrates Court, where the man with 2 names, 2 dates of birth and no licence was found guilty of driving without a licence and without insurance. He was ordered to pay fines of over £1,300, and if he ever gets one, his licence will have 6 points from day one. This is Police Interceptors.
Police Interceptors are real life one. I'm going to tell my kids about this.
And you're riding with the pride of Northamptonshire.
Speed 120.
Ace pursuit drivers.
Contact.
M+51. With air support.
Got 2 out, stand by.
And a crack dog unit.
If you move, you will get hit.
They bring down the bad guys.
I believe you're wanted, mate.
Keep the streets safe.
Put your arms behind your back. Get on the floor.
And battle 24/7.
Get down on the floor.
In the war on crime.
Crash. On the floor now.
Here's what it is, isn't it? We find them, we lock them up.
Passengers attempting to get out.
Coming up.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
An early morning smash. And grab.
Get out of the car now!
A drug turf war.
Please don't shoot a taser! Make yourself good!
Is nipped in the bud. And a dangerous drink driver.
Whoa! Wait!
Feels Rob's wrath.
Don't! If you try and start throwing your head towards me again, you're going to end up in a much worse position. Do you understand?
It's a wet start to the late shift on a Monday.
It's a miserable night tonight, isn't it?
Harrison Beverley and Joe Wood are keeping watch over the streets. When they clock a Golf creeping along at a snail's pace.
AF61, that looks a bit dodged, doesn't it? Yeah.
Bev and Joe are keen to have a word.
Just giving you a run for your money here, mate.
But the driver isn't and hares off into the night.
You've got lights out. Yeah, bell to stop. Got vehicle fell and stop.
Spooked by the Interceptors, the driver's not watching where he's going.
It's temporary off-road at the minute. Lights out. Run me off 51 Hotel Hilton November.
Bev puts his foot down.
We are an advanced driver, TPAT trained, marked BMW 340. Speed is 75 so far.
And keeps locked on target. Expert driver Bev is trained in both tactical and high-speed pursuits. And in these conditions, and with this suspect, that's a good thing.
Road conditions are wet. He's done a temporary ATS. It's safe to continue. Medium risk. Stand by.
The suspect showing no sign of giving up.
Safe to continue. Speed is 20.
So Joe puts in the call for backup.
Yeah, it's all units. Just start making your way towards Rawns because we are still in that area. Stand by.
All units are converging on the area.
We'll try and get out town centre, mate. Left.
But they might be too late.
It is slowing, I think it's got vehicle problems. It's throwing out smoke.
The Golf looks like it's about to throw out people as well.
Doors are opening. Possible decamp. Stand by. Weybridge Road.
One of the suspects is desperate to do a runner.
It's a passenger. I think it's trying to get out, isn't it?
And he doesn't have to wait long.
Near side passengers attempting to get out.
Bev and Joe need to collar the driver.
He can't get out. He's stuck up in.
Before he drives off again.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
So they don't mess about.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Out of the car! Open the door! Open the door!
I'm here. I'm going. What can I do to go?
Resist! Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm going to you now.
Put your hand out the window. Put your hand out the window.
Okay. Repeat. I don't know confuse you.
Stop, right, we've got driver, vehicle, window smash, speed 10 behind. Currently under arrest, okay, for fail to stop, dangerous driving. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say will be given in evidence.
Bev thinks he sniffed out the reason for this suspect's shoddy driving.
The vehicle stinks of cannabis at the minute. We'll just get the driver out. So at the minute, no offences as such.
I've locked him up.
Yeah, sound.
The dopey driver has weed, but no insurance.
There is cannabis in the vehicle, but I don't know how much at the minute.
So Joe ramps up the charges.
So you've been arrested, okay, for dangerous driving, failed to stop, no insurance, driving whilst on a provisional licence and possession of cannabis. Do you understand that?
With the driver in bracelets, Joe gets on the hunt for his passenger, who's still AWOL.
Just in case he's gone to ground nearby, we're going to stick the drone up and see if he's about. We'll put it up just in case he has just gone into one of the local gardens, and that way we can flush him out.
Home point updated.
Joe's one of the unit's newest drone operators.
Anything at this time of night bigger than a squirrel really shows up quite obviously.
And he scans for the man-sized squirrel like a hawk.
He ran down there, so I'm just having a look, I'm just checking the gardens.
But the passenger's flown the nest and his search comes up empty.
I'm going to bring the drone in there, and we will get this chap sorted in custody.
Landing.
Yeah, copy.
Before the driver's taken into custody, he's tested for alcohol.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it, well done.
And drugs.
There we go, keep it there, thank you.
But it turns out he's a lot cleaner than his car.
So what's happening, mate?
He's passed his breath test and his drugs wipe, which is surprising. So it's going to be traffic offences and the possession of cannabis at the minute. Good result at the end, so.
After his reckless race around the streets, this bloke was lucky to escape unharmed.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
But Joe wasn't so fortunate.
Cut my hand on the glass, getting in the car, that's all.
Get out of the car now! Out of the car!
Along with a fistful of driver, he also grabbed a fistful of glass.
What can I do? Resist, stop resisting. I reckon I might need a transfusion after that.
What am I looking at?
Look at that. That is an injury on duty, if ever I've seen one.
The lad, clean from green, received no further action for possession of cannabis. However, he pleaded guilty to dangerous driving and driving without valid insurance. He received an 8-month suspended prison sentence, an 18-month driving ban, and ordered to pay £337 in fines and costs. The suspected failure to stop and driving without a licence were dropped in court.
I don't know about a real medal, but maybe a cup of tea and a Twix or something. I think I can manage that.
Coming up, a suspected gangland conflict spills onto the streets.
Open the door!
And the hunt for a dangerous dog on the loose.
Right, everyone stand by.
Hits bullseye. Each year, more than 1 million plants with a street value of £210 million are seized by police.
Slow.
And 90% of it is grown industrially in rented flats and houses. This makes illegal weed farms a high-value target not just for the Interceptors, but for criminal gangs as well.
And I think the main reason for that is because there's a lot of risk involved in growing cannabis, certainly for the gangs. And I think if they have the opportunity to then go and take cannabis that other people have grown, they eliminate the risks of being caught whilst growing. They often go armed, they often go in numbers, which can incite a lot of violence towards whoever they're robbing the cannabis from.
It's the witching hour on Wednesday morning. As they head out on shift,
Why aren't they in bed, man?
word of a major robbery in progress reaches Stuart Wilson and Chris Gutteridge.
It's believed that they've broken into the road. There's a male at that address, distressed.
Officers suspect up to a dozen people have entered the property, so it's all hands on deck.
Are you aware of the update for this job? You got multiple people breaking into one of the houses. Don't suppose the ARVs can come and support us at all, please?
As they make for the address, there's news that several of the suspected robbers have fled and are heading their way.
3 vehicles have left now, and they're towards the direction, so we're going to go and plot up for that.
But the suspects have a big head start and have made full use of it.
I mean, if they have gone this way, then
they've long gone.
With the search area widening,
6-1, we've done down to Thrapston. There's no trace either.
Reports come in that someone has been spotted returning to the scene of the crime.
So we've got one running from the address garden hopping.
Stuart punches the revs and makes for the address.
Do you know how to get there?
Yeah.
While Chris calls in the cavalry to help tighten the net.
6-1, I think if you've got someone coming over from NK to assist, can we get them to that address? Because clearly they've made entry.
Other units are already on scene.
What have we got, mate?
Back window smashed, sitting there with the back of the house.
And reckon the bloke is now back inside the property. While officers guard the front, Stuart heads round the back.
This person's in there?
Yeah, someone's in there behind the window.
And makes his presence known.
Police officer with taser! Show yourself, come on!
6-1 in the process.
Police officer with taser! Show yourself!
No one's answering. So it's time to ditch the pleasantries.
You got him for, sir. Listen, mate.
But who needs the enforcer when you have Blandy's size 11s?
Keep going, keep going.
Once inside,
Police officer with taser, come out now!
Stuart and the team proceed with caution.
Clear that, we'll clear the ground floor and then we'll go upstairs, alright?
Police officer with taser, make yourself known!
There's no sign of anyone on the ground floor.
6-1, we've got cannabis grow.
But there are clues as to why the robbers paid a visit.
It's been empty.
And what they made off with.
Let's just clear this room as best we can quick. If that's relatively clear.
There are 2 more floors to search.
Police officer with taser, show yourself!
And more evidence. Plenty more.
So you got cannabis in here, still growing.
The entire property has been converted into a high-tech cannabis farm, likely operated by a gang.
So in another grow room, you've got cables going into it.
There's still no trace of the intruder.
Okay, so that room looks to be clear.
And only one more place he could be hiding.
Loft hatch. He'd be in the loft, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's up to Stuart to do the honours.
If I come straight back down, it's for a reason, alright?
Yeah.
Stuart originally joined the Interceptors because he wanted a new challenge. And playing hide and seek in a giant weed farm certainly ticks the box.
So I've got 2 discarded gloves.
But the suspect is nowhere to be seen and appears to have done a runner.
Well, I don't know where that mystery man's gone. He's not going to have got in there, is he?
There's better news from across town. Firearms units have intercepted a golf scene during the robbery.
Hello. It's pretty serious, mate.
And have collared 3 of the suspects.
So your vehicle's been seen leaving the scene of a burglary, okay?
Officers suspect the 3 lads are also cannabis farmers.
Nothing on you at all, no? Sure? You look pretty nervous, mate.
Who may have harvested their rival's crop.
We're looking for any articles that could be involved in this offence.
Some of those articles
He's just thrown something down here. Yeah.
Have been lobbed into nearby bushes.
No, you've got mask, gloves, and then he's thrown. A rechargeable torch taser?
Tasers, disguised as torches, are illegal, and possession alone could land you 10 years in prison.
Right, mate, at this moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of burglary and cultivation of cannabis. What? You don't have to say anything that may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, some for which are later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
With one crew in custody, another unit's tracked down a second vehicle seen near the cannabis farm.
Get out of the car! Get out! Get out! Get out!
And they're not going in softly.
Hey! Open the door! Get to the floor! Get on your front! On your front! Get your hands out! Hands behind your back! Behind your back! You're under arrest. Suspicion of burglary, cannabis cultivation.
Britain's cannabis market is worth over £2 billion, and the profits made fuel more crime and violence. But the Interceptors have nipped this suspected gangland dispute in the bud before it escalated even further.
Yeah, it's a good result. The biggest result from it is at the moment we've got 6 people in custody, 2 vehicles recovered, and we're on to the 3rd vehicle now with assistance from our colleagues in Thames Valley Police over in Milton Keynes. So really, really good result. We've got some weapons recovered, some people in custody, and ultimately a lot of the grow, which isn't going to go to some sort of criminality, whether it's them or the people they're trying to steal it from.
All 6 men from both vehicles are currently on bail pending investigation for burglary offences, and 4 of them are also under investigation for cannabis cultivation. The 1991 Dangerous Dogs Act bans the sale and breeding of 5 types of dog.
Jesus Christ.
If they're not registered and muzzled, owners face a large fine or even prison.
Yeah, I'll say, mate, he's a big bugger. He is an extra large bully dog.
Dealing with these sometimes deadly animals is the job of the specialist dog handling team and their kit bag of electrified shields, dart guns and sedatives.
Because of the restrictions around them, they can't be resold, they can't be rehomed. Ultimately, they just get put down, which is, dead sad. We're all animal lovers on the dog section. Obviously we all love dogs, and it's horrible to see it. But I think some people don't appreciate the damage that these dogs can do. If they get hold of you and clamp down on the wrong place, you're done for. So, and they can cause some real catastrophic injuries.
It's counting down to midnight. Ash Price is en route to help another team deal with a banned dog on the loose.
They've got it cornered, I think, between a garage and a house. But it's just growling at them every time they try and get near to it, so I think it's starting to be a little bit aggressive towards them.
The dog is an XL bully, an animal that often lives up to its name.
They've got really, really strong, powerful jaws, big, muscular shape at the front. They're literally just built to cause damage.
To protect members of the public, firearms officers are also on scene.
I think it's trapped just in this garden down here, hopefully. Still.
The dog is behind a high wall.
It's down there, on the right hand side.
So before hatching a plan, Ash needs a bit of help to get a visual.
Do you really want to stand on my knee?
Yeah, I will actually, mate.
Come on then, lad.
Can you see over this wall, you cheeky bugger?
Down by the right hand side of the garage?
Yeah, I see him.
Got no collar. He looks fairly chilled, but...
Hello?
Over the past few years, XL bullies have accounted for around half of all fatal dog attacks in the UK.
I don't know if you want to just take the spray and a shield and we'll just try and get it on a lead.
With armed officers primed, Ash and fellow handler Lucy approach it kitted up and with caution.
We got no idea where it's come from. And it's been like growling and grumbling at you when you tried to get near it. When I shouted up on NK, I got told it's a very large XL bully. Is that it grumbling?
Plan A is to get the dog onto a leash.
Hey, pup, what's this?
But when the pair get a close look at it...
It looked friendlier than that over the fence.
They quickly move to Plan B.
I think we're just going to need to dart that. A couple of shields.
Over the past 5 years, there's been a 60% rise in dog attacks across England and Wales.
Has it got an injury? Do you see what I mean? Is that blood on it?
And because of their size and strength, XL bullies are often used for illegal fights.
I think it's got blood on it.
You reckon?
Yeah, around his neck and on his chest. Do you want me to ring Anna?
Ash decides the only safe way to secure the dog is to sedate it.
We've got a dog we're looking to sedate out in Broughton. Just wanted to run it past you.
After getting authorisation from a vet...
looks probably high 30 kgs.
Lucy mixes up a tranquiliser cocktail.
We're just mixing the drugs, and then we're going to dart the dog from over the fence with the sedative. It clearly gets very unhappy whenever we try and get anywhere near it, so it's just the safest option. It'd be kinder for the dog as well, rather than trying to get on a pole or anything like that and drag it into a van.
Dogs can hear sounds 4 times further away than we can. And this one seems to have got wind of Ash's plan.
Right, everyone stand by because it's edging up a little bit now.
Ash sets the dart gun to stun and takes aim with the red dot. Bully bullseye.
It's dog darted loose.
Need yours off?
No, we'll give it a few minutes to see if this works. We'll just wait to see if the drug's taken effect. And then, yeah, we can go in and safely remove it.
10 minutes later...
Is he sleepy?
Yeah.
Lucy's potion seems to have worked its magic. But Ash isn't taking any chances and doubles up on protection before trying to move the dog.
So we're getting a mega mover, which is basically a sheet with handles on it, to give us a hand carrying him, and some muzzles. So even though he's sedated, it's just like being in a bit of a sleep. You can still wake up from it. So for everyone's safety, we'll just muzzle the dog.
An XL bully has a higher bite force than almost all other dog breeds.
He's proper eyes rolled back asleep, isn't he?
But after its dose of sedatives...
Alright, I'm going to give him a little poke loose. Yeah.
This one's more pussycat than top dog.
Oh, he's out of it.
Since the XL bully ban came into force, tens of thousands of responsible owners have legally registered their pets.
Oh, lovely.
Needs this other side open.
But others have just let them loose to fend for themselves.
Yeah, I just want to get her neck nice so she can breathe. Yeah. That'll do.
After Ash checks the dog's vitals...
Yep. Heartbeat's alright. Breathing's alright.
It can be checked in for the night.
Yeah, it's gone pretty well, to be fair. Dog's nice and asleep, safely in the cage. Now we just need to get it to the kennels.
The dog was transported to the kennels for the night. Like many other banned XL bullies, if his owner doesn't claim it or prove it's registered, it'll be put down.
It's obviously the last option that we want, but we've had jobs up and down the country where XL bully types and other large breed dogs have seriously injured or killed people, and we've got to have the contingency there to protect the public because of the damage that these types of dogs can cause.
Coming up.
Oh, have him. Oh, okay.
No easy ride.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
For this strict driver.
Hey, get out of the car! Hey, what are you doing?
A couple of gamblers.
Well, I hope so, because I'm going to play this one.
tomorrow.
find themselves bang out of luck.
So we're going to further arrest you actually for no insurance, no MOT as well.
It's Tuesday night. Rob Harfleet and Charlie Brown are out looking for trouble. And trouble
Whoa! Wee!
has just found them. A road Corsa driver almost clipped the Interceptors XC60. And they're not going to let that slide.
Oh, have him. Oh, okay. You're determined.
After a quick Yui, they tear after the suspect.
He's not, is he? He is. He's just gone.
Whose driving goes from bad
Yeah, he has. He's gone through red.
to worse.
Vehicle failing to stop.
Rob floors the Volvo and tries to keep the Corsa's taillights in his sights.
There he is. Vehicle ahead in the distance. We are Harleston Road away from town.
The suspect is doing north of 60, and the boys risk losing him in the darkness.
Temporary loss. No. High ball regained. Harleston Road continuing out of town.
But with conditions in their favour,
Road is dry, traffic is light, visibility is good.
Rob quickly reins him in.
Approaching a roundabout wait. No, he's not. He's gone in it.
And then clocks the Corsa heading into a housing estate.
There he is.
Phone north side, don't keep making head towards me. We shout over location.
Stand by. Stop. Cotswold Avenue. Out of the car! Get out of the car! Open the door!
This bloke's hearing is as bad as his driving.
Open now, or the window's going in. Cotswold Avenue, it's a stop. Open the door, do it now. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. You're under arrest. Get out the car. Get out! Car.
Hey, Rob, what are you doing, man? Hey,
You are under arrest for failing to stop and dangerous drive.
Rob and Charlie need to be sure the driver's not carrying any weapons or blades.
Driver's detained.
Brother,
Keys are out.
stop. Brother, stop.
Stand up on it.
Are you hurting me?
But the only thing this guy's butchering is the King's English.
I'm not hurting no one.
I didn't say you were hurting someone.
You're hurting me.
Come on, I got you. Secured. Stand up. What was that about?
You're scaring me, bro. Stop it, man.
When you've driven like you have, that's kind of the point, bro.
Have you got anything on you in the car or anything else that's going to hurt me, hurt you, or you shouldn't have?
No, I have not. But please, let go of me, please.
No.
The bloke is pushing his luck with Rob.
Any damage?
No.
Check. No problem.
And that's never a good idea.
Can you get off?
Stop pulling about. You have to simply stand still. That's all I'm asking you. If you're an adult, you should be able to follow the simple instruction of stand still.
Why are you so aggressive?
You hold, I'll search. Because you've just driven like an absolute clown through the middle of town at speed.
Okay. I'm trying to go home, bro.
Well, you won't be going home now. You'll be going to custody.
Okay.
Rob reckons the driver's been hitting the hard stuff.
Provide a specimen of breath for analysis.
I'll put my trousers up.
Listen to her.
But a breathalyzer will tell all.
Okay.
Like many of the Interceptors, Rob has little time for anyone who takes to the road over the limit.
One long blow until the tank stops, okay?
And after a quick blow,
Keep going.
his suspicions are confirmed.
Right. So reading 68. So you're further under arrest for driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit for alcohol.
Okay.
All right.
Drinking doesn't just slow your reactions.
Can you let go, please?
No, because you're in handcuffs. Whilst you're on your feet in handcuffs, you're going to be held on to.
It slows your brain functions.
Yeah, I'm in handcuffs, so can you let me go, please?
No. Have you had anything else other than alcohol this evening?
No. Can you please let go of me?
No.
And can cause sudden mood swings.
Oh, well done. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Don't.
All right, chill out, man.
You try and start throwing your head towards me again, you're going to end up in a much worse position. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right. Sit in the car whilst you have the option to sit in a car rather than a van.
All right, can I put my trousers up before I get in or not?
Booze might not be the only thing he's taken tonight.
I suspect there's not only alcohol in your system. Pretty much because of your demeanour and your eyes, your pupils are just not reacting to light at all. So I'm also going to request a specimen of saliva from you, okay?
What is that for?
It's going to test your system for cocaine and cannabis.
Using a drugs wipe should be a simple 10-second procedure.
Do me a favour, lick round the inside of your cheeks.
Sorry, what?
Lick round the inside of your cheeks for me.
But not with this lad.
Then stick your tongue out as far as you can. Just turn a little bit towards me.
It's now close to midnight and Rob's patience is wearing thin.
Just a little bit. I'm not touching your wrists. Right, stick your tongue out.
You are, because my wrist my back.
You need an anatomy lesson. Right, stick your tongue out.
Don't be a dickhead.
Well, stop acting like one, and then I'll start treating you with a bit more respect. It's a two-way street. So, can you just stick your tongue out as far as you can for me?
Okay, sir.
Stick your tongue out for me. Keep it there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. What's your name?
PC Harfleet.
Thank you, Harfleet.
You're welcome.
The drugs wipe comes back negative, so the bloke's got one less thing to worry about.
I don't want to have problems with you.
No, I know you don't.
I've made a mistake.
And we'll deal with that. Like I said, I will deal with anyone on the level.
But that's all going to change when he gets home.
Go around. Hey, your mum's going to be pissed, was that?
Well, it's honestly, really, anyone's mum's.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say my mum's the one I fear the most, so I don't blame you. Fine.
This bro pleaded guilty to drink driving, failing to stop and dangerous driving. He received an 8-week suspended prison sentence, was disqualified from driving for 12 months and was ordered to pay £439 in fines and costs. And if he does a runner, there'll be one sure way to track him down.
What plonker?
That's one word for him.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life, but there's no way he was going to disappear if that's true, is it?
Our roads are watched over by some 18,000 ANPR cameras, scanning and collecting 80 billion records every year, weaving a web of intel designed to snare dodgy motors and deter crime.
ANPR is a fantastic tool for us. Our coverage is really good within Northamptonshire, so the movement of vehicles can be monitored, and then it's our job to intercept those vehicles, get them stopped and get the offences and the drivers dealt with.
It's Friday morning, and parked up on a bridge above the A14.
I'm through, lane through.
Gone.
Yeah.
Rachel McCready and Stuart Wilson are on the hunt for a van, which has been pinging cameras all along the carriageway.
So the van's just gone through lane 3. I think it's still in lane 3. You can see it just ahead. Looked like there was 2 persons in there.
Flooring the marked Volvo, the orange Transit is soon up ahead.
There we go.
After pulling in front, Rach activates the rear-facing Follow Me sign, which the Transit driver doesn't argue with, and they pull over for a chat. Roads policing Rachel is an advanced driver and expert in stopping suspects on the road. So far, this job is going like clockwork.
Hiya, you okay? Reason we stopped you is the vehicle shown not to have any insurance, any tax or any MOT.
All right.
Can you prove any of them?
I don't know.
It's not a good start. And Stuart piles on the pressure.
So no tax, no MOT. and there's no insurance shown, and also with your seatbelt tucked behind the seat, I should imagine you weren't wearing your seatbelt either.
Oh no.
Checking in with HQ.
Can you just do a HBI, please? A14 truck stop.
Stuart learns the driver is also disqualified. And the list goes on.
I think that front tyre's gone as well. Do you want to just have them for everything?
You're under arrest for disqualified driving. Okay, so you don't have to say anything but may harm your defence. Do not mention when questioned. Something you later will learn in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay? So we're going to further arrest you actually for no insurance, no MOT as well.
The offences mean the driver will be taken into custody and the van seized.
And
can we arrange recovery for the vehicle as well, please?
And his problems keep stacking up.
Well, no, I've got kit in the back that needs to get to this job.
what is it that you've got in the back?
Solar stuff.
Solar stuff is tech speak for expensive renewable energy battery systems.
Where's it got to go to?
To the jobs.
But what part of the country are we?
Telford, Birmingham and Gloucester, I think.
Right.
The motor is carrying thousands of pounds worth of kit, and it will be confiscated unless Dell and Rodney can get someone to collect it.
So I've got a load of kit on my van, they're going to seize the van, and obviously I can't seize it with 10 grand's worth of kit in the back. I don't know what to say.
It could be a costly day for this driver, but he's hoping his luck will change soon.
I've had a nightmare, mate. Am I going to be released today?
I don't know. It's going to be down to the sergeant.
Well, I hope so, because I'm going to Vegas tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I wouldn't bet on it.
I'll have to leave it all then. And then he'll have to come pick it up from this services, yeah?
Rach checks the van for any suspect packages.
Who's got the pony?
Me?
Yeah?
And then another officer does the same for the driver.
This buy me a drink. I was going to say, wait, just to let you know, it's cold out here, alright? Leave me alone.
It's all a bit of a laugh for these two jokers.
Get you going.
Do something funny so we go on TV. What do I do?
Not that.
But Stuart is not seeing the funny side.
He has no regard for any of the rules of the road, the safety of any other members of the public, and he's just a selfish individual who doesn't care, and it's our job to remove these people from the road.
No insurance, no MOT, no licence back, that's guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm on the old police interceptors. I am.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Oh my, only you, Luke. Today of all days as well.
Del Boy pleaded guilty to driving whilst disqualified, driving with no insurance and MOT, and for having a bald tyre. He was served with a community order, banned from driving for 17 months and ordered to pay £200 in fines and costs.
Sorry. As soon as I let you know, it's right there.
Leaving Rodders to find his own way home. Terrific. Coming up, a runaway quad biker
now just stop for us.
Runs into a whole lot of trouble.
You could quite easily have been wiped out there and either seriously injured or fatally injured.
He's off, get him!
Interceptors across the country are trained to deal with anything on wheels. But there's one vehicle that causes them more headaches than most.
That quad done a red light on the wrong side of the road.
Quad bikes are hard to pursue, often ridden by people with no road experience and with little thought to their safety or anyone else's.
They are a nuisance because they ride with total disregard to anybody else, pedestrians or other road users. 9 times out of 10, they're not very accomplished riders, ride without helmets, they're a danger to themselves.
Friday evening in the countryside near Kettering. Riding shotgun with Sandra Payne.
Is that a quad bike on no plate on?
Chris Locke has clocked a quad biker with no licence plate.
Yes.
And with no sense of left and right. After making their presence known...
He's going to phone stop.
The lad tries to make a dash for it.
We're on the back road heading towards Fineland from Burton Mansburg.
But you can't outrun the law on an oversized lawnmower.
Now just stop for us. Why didn't you stop?
Because I just got a bit scared, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I get a bit scared.
The quad doesn't look road legal.
What's your name, young man? You got a driving licence?
No.
And the same goes for the rider.
Got insurance for it?
No.
Please don't answer that.
That's my girlfriend, can I tell her?
Tell her to call her back in a second.
While Lockie tries to ID Casanova.
It's just stopped. I'm just going to try and find some sort of identification number, see if we can establish if it's stolen or not.
Sandra does the same with the quad bike.
I think I've got Alpha Juliet, Romeo Delta.
The quad isn't registered for road use. There's a chance this bike could be stolen.
Whose is it?
Mine.
So it is yours?
Yeah, I just got it just a second ago.
How much did you pay for it?
No, it's my friend's. I just borrowed it off my friend. I was just going to ride home. It's not my bike. I just borrowed it off a friend.
Okay.
The lad is 16 and not making a lot of sense. And Sandra thinks she knows why.
Your eyes look a bit spaced out. Have you used any cannabis at all today? Any other drugs?
I smoked a couple of zoots earlier about.
As a result of that, we're going to ask you to provide a drug wipe.
Yeah.
Okay? That tests for cannabis and cocaine.
Yeah.
Lockie checks for drugs.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
And Sandra...
It's PC Payne from the Roads Policing team.
...tries to check out his story.
Well, if we can't confirm the ownership of the vehicle, it will be getting seized as stolen.
The owner confirms he lent it to the teen. Not illegal, but reckless and dangerous.
But the problem is that you've given him permission. He's 16. You've given him permission to ride this quad bike to the shops. It has no insurance on it.
Over 1,000 people are injured in quad bike accidents each year, and given his driving, the teen was lucky not to have joined them.
He's not wearing a helmet. He's on the wrong side of the road on a blind bend, and he's really lucky we're not in a very serious collision or a fatal accident.
Lockie returns with a drug wipe, and the lad's luck continues.
Good news? Nothing in it. No cannabis there. So you've passed that.
But Sandra's not letting him off so easily.
Do you understand how serious it is? You're on a blind bend on the wrong side of the road with no helmet, no insurance, and you could quite easily have been wiped out there and either seriously injured or fatally injured.
That's my own fault.
It is, but I don't want to scrape you off the road and go and speak to people that love you and care about you.
I understand. I apologise for it.
Sandra is a family liaison officer and loves nothing more than spending her downtime with her kids. So dealing with this lad...
I think you just need to be...
is second nature.
A bit more careful.
Yeah.
No, not careful. I'm not an idiot.
He seems polite enough. It's the first time I've ever met him. Seems to take it on board. He apologised for his actions. Hopefully he'll go away and just reflect and think about it and perhaps not do a similar sort of stupid thing in future. And if he's going to play on a quad bike, do it in a field where it's more appropriate with the right kit.
The sorry teen was reported for driving without a licence or insurance and got a referral order to the youth offending team. The quad bike was seized.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Take it easy.